And joining us live this morning is CEO of Boss on a Budget, Tiffany Allen. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Tell us about Boss on a Budget first.
So I help people start their nonprofits from the ground up, and I help them raise money because there's not a lot of information out there for people, so I make that process easy for them.
And you said you learned by doing. This is how you got
Yes,
started.
I learned by failing, actually, and so I give my lessons to people as they go through the startup journey.
Well, we want to have you back in for a second segment on that because that's going to be amazing information for people. But first, as people give during the holiday season, they need to know that the charity they're donating to is legit.
Right. So it's really important for you as a donor to check the digital footprint of an organization. So that means looking at their website, looking at their social media to see if there's a history of what they've done. There should be pictures, posts, things like that. Scammers won't really have legitimate information like that. They won't have a track record. So that's how you can kind of tell.
All right. So you want to see, do you want to look at reviews, that sort of thing, or you know, somebody who may have had an interaction with that organization? Yeah,
you can see how they've interacted with people in the past. And there are also sites that you can look at to check and look at reviews and ratings of organizations. So sites like Charity Navigator or GuideStar. You can also go to the State Attorney General's office because if you're asking for donations as an organization, you have to register in Maryland. So you can check and see if that organization is registered.
And is that easy to find on the State Attorney General's website?
It's not necessarily easy, but you can
maybe
call,
Google or call,
call the office and they have the list of the organization.
What other things should people do?
People really just need to understand the impact of the organization, see if it resonates with them, and also just be really careful when you're donating to make sure that you trust the source, right? And make sure you understand who's sending it and make sure you don't click anything that looks unsafe to you.
And you want to make sure that your money is going 100% toward the charity you want it to go to. Sometimes there are administrative fees. A lot of people don't like the idea that they're paying for someone's salary. They want to pay to who that organization helps.
And the reality is it does take some administrative work to do the work of the organization. But a lot of times with those websites that I mentioned, they'll show you how much goes to administrative costs, they'll show you how much goes to programming, and you can make the decision about what organization you want to give to by looking at those sites.
And what's the safest way to give your money?
The safest way, stay away from payment apps like Cash App, and if you're unsure, go directly to the organization's website and donate there.
Why is Cash App bad?
Because there's not a lot of recourse if something happens. Their customer service isn't the greatest, and it's really difficult to get your money back if you make a mistake.
Okay, what is Venmo on the same platform as that, or a little better?
Venmo's trying to get a little bit better, but I would just say go directly to the donation form of the organization. But sometimes they will send emails or text messages. Just confirm that it's actually coming from that site. But of course, go directly to the website if you have any questions.
Okay, that is great advice. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. And